what's cooking, what's goody going on. Welcome to the Cookman channel. I'm David, and welcome to my kitchen. If it's your first time here, welcome, and if you've been here before, definitely welcome back. Regular business. Let's get down to it. We're cooking in Brooklyn today, and it's the early spring. It's June. What is today? 5th, June 5th. It's the early part of the spring. I'll get to the mid part of the spring, I guess you could say, and I like to have my chill time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be in the kitchen too long. I don't want to be doing nothing too long. I like to get outside, you know, after a long day of work, have a couple beers, something like that, just sit down, ponder, whatever it is. I like to enjoy the weather. So I don't want to be doing too much long preparation and long cooks at this time of year. So, and it's also hot. You don't want to be eating all the, heavy foods and stuff like that. So with the quick preparation also comes, lighter fare, lighter foods that you can eat, finger foods and things that's light. No more stews, no more big pots and stuff like that. We're trying to eat lighter. Get down to our bikini body, right? So today we're gonna be doing shrimp tacos. I have taken the liberty through the miracle of modern science to prepare some stuff ahead of time while some stuff is going on here in the kitchen. We've got some red onions, and we've got some jalapenos, some coarsely chopped jalapenos, just about 1-2 jalapenos, one nice sized red onion, one jalapeno, and they're just sliced up. And I'm brining them or kind of pickling them in a little bit of vinegar, a couple of different vinegars, a little apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, and balsamic, just to kind of take the edge off of them. Red onions are very strong, powerful, but they're really nice, and have a nice sweet flavor when you get to it, but they have a very aggressive overtone, sulfury, and the bite on them is terrific. But I don't want it to overshadow everything else. And then also with the jalapeno, with the heat. So I've de-seeded the jalapeno, cored it out. I have this neat little apple corer. It's an apple corer, but it works really good on jalapenos. It also works good on tomato cores too. So if you get your hands on a corer, just something similar to this, works on a numerous occasions, right? So I got these things pickling over here, and I just got some cabbage and carrots right here, shredded. And this is just gonna add a little bit more body to, your taco, a little bit of freshness. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna mix this a little bit, and I'm not gonna really do anything to this at all. Maybe just a tiny pinch of salt, just to wilt the cabbage a little bit. But that's about it. It doesn't really need anything else. We need a little bit of freshness to what's going to be, pretty hot, spicy dish or whatever, right? So I got some limes that are going to come into play. I've got cilantro, and I've got some, I guess these are called medium to large shrimp, defrosting here in this bowl. And the next thing we've got, ingredient-wise, we've got some queso fresco, some mayo, and chipotle. So we're going to be making some chipotle mayo, and that's going to be for corn. We're going to do the Mexican street corn, or elotes. We're also going to do that as a nice little side dish to our tacos. We've got yellow corn tortillas, and these are fresh tortillas. I don't really like to do the Ortegas that much, and the hard shells. I like the kind of more authentic route. So I got these fresh corn tortillas, and we're gonna just get right to it. All right, we're in the mix now. I got my charcoal grill started outside, so that's about maybe 10 to 15 minutes while those charcoals get nice and bright and fiery. So I'm gonna prepare chipotle mayonnaise now. So it's just really 2 ingredients that you have to put essentially in chipotle mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise. So I'm gonna put about what looks to be a cup of mayonnaise, or 3 heaping tablespoons. I'm gonna add some chipotle. I have here chipotles that are preserved in adobo. So I don't wanna put a whole chipotle in there. So I'm just gonna take some of the adobo sauce, and I'm gonna add it to this just to spice things up a little bit. Not too much. When I want to get really spicy, I'll take the whole chipotle, which is chipotle is a smoked jalapeno. Just so you know, one to grow on, and it's preserved in this adobo sauce, and it's all spicy and delicious. When I want to make turn things up a little bit more, I will put the whole chipotle, the smoked jalapeno, and the mayonnaise in the food processor, grind that and get that pureed up, the actual jalapeno or chipotle. I'm gonna put a little bit of lime juice in this to loosen things up and to brighten the flavors. Add a little bit of acidity to this thing, not just the heat, and then the dullness and sweetness of the mayonnaise. So it's a nice vehicle. And we're going to use this. We can use this in our tacos. It's all purpose. We can use this in our tacos as a sauce or just another flavor in our tacos. Also, I'm going to use this to coat the elotes, or coat the corn. Once we have the corn cooked and roasted, we're going to coat the corn with the chipotle mayonnaise, and that allows our queso fresco to kind of adhere, stick to the corn. It's a flavor, and it actually has a purpose to it. Binds the cheese to the corn. So this is pretty much a done deal. I don't really have to taste this. I don't have to do anything to it. It's gonna pack a nice punch, and it's actually gonna come in very handy to coat our corn and let our cheese stick. I've got a couple dozen shrimp here that I've gotta pull the tails off of. So I'm gonna get tail pulling, and then I'll meet you back outside at the grill once that's started. Hey, well, I know I said I was gonna meet you at the grill when the grill was ready and everything, but y'all didn't remind me to season my shrimp. So I got them all tailed off, and you can save tails if you want to make a little shrimp stock, a little seafood stock. Very, very flavorful to save the shrimp tails, and you just boil them up and you make a quick seafoody stock. It's good with like udon noodles and stuff like that. Really good. So I got some salt, black pepper, some crushed red pepper, paprika, garlic, and that was it. And I'm just gonna combine that, and got a nice healthy portion of shrimp, so I'm just gonna come from on high and season those right up. Toss. Make sure that they're coated. I won't overdo it, but that looks about good. Everybody has a nice little coating of seasoning. We get in here with just a tip of olive oil, just to if I could get this thing is spinning like a top. There's no secret to it. There it goes. Just so that they don't burn. And this is a blended olive oil because I'm broke and I can't afford 100% olive oil. It's crazy. So this is a mix of canola and extra virgin olive oil. And I think that that's just fine. I love canola oil for its kind of neutral flavor. I don't want to toss this over the air now because it has oil, and I'm gonna screw my shirt. It's too early because I just pulled out my polo shirts for the season, so I can't screw it up with grease yet. Let's wait till the end of the summer for that. All right, so our shrimp is seasoned, and everything else is kind of in the holding pattern. Right back here, I've got some corn. Yeah, so here I got some corn. I boiled the corn real quick. I brought it up to a boil, and take that off. I brought it up to a boil, and I'm just having it sit there. So it's like totally cooked. So we're just gonna want to put it on the grill with everything else and let it get a nice char because the Mexican street corn is not really the same. I've been to a couple restaurants where they try to slide you one that's not charred or not grilled, and I just like, not quite the same thing. Don't like it. No, I don't like it. So got to put it on the grill. Got to get some nice char marks on it, some nice little flavor, some smoke into it, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna be outside the next time I see you, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here I am at probably my favorite place to be in the whole house, right here at the grill, because I know I'm gonna get fed once I'm here. So, I don't waste time. My coals look like they're about ready. So, I'm just gonna give this a spill. And I'll arrange the coals kind of from hot to not hot. I like to keep a zone on the grill that doesn't have any coals underneath it whatsoever. That way, if you have something that's burning or something that's done before something else, you can put it off to the side. It's not going to get any uh, additional heat or direct heat from the coal. It'll probably just stay warm and benefit from indirect heat while everything else gets cooked thoroughly. So I'm gonna finish setting this up. I have an UV glove somewhere. This thing is super hot. But I'm moving everything to the left. You see, so I'll set up this zone right here. Absolutely no heat underneath there. Once my grates get pretty hot, I like to give them another brush. Maybe some residue from the last cook might be still there. This grill is like on its way out the door, like literally. This might be the last thing that I cook on it, I'm not sure. Kind of depends on how fast I get down to the Home Depot, pick up another grill. This one did its time, definitely. So, rusted out. No disrespect to Char-Broil, this grill did its time. It was me not covering it and not really taking care of it. It was my first smoker. So, shout to Char-Broil. Great grill. And even though this thing is hodgepodge together, it's still doing me service. And even the grates, these grates are awesome because they never like rusted and betrayed me. So this is great. My grill is getting hot. So I'm just gonna throw the corn right on over the hottest part because I really just want to get the char on here. The boiling, the par cooking of the corn keeps it moist and also prevents it from boiling because it absorbs some of the water from the pot. So I'm just gonna put this right over the most direct, hottest part. I'm gonna get that going first before I bring the shrimp out because those are shrimp and they're gonna take just a few minutes to cook. So I'm gonna let this rock and then in a few minutes we'll bring out the shrimp. All right, after a few minutes, you know, just gonna flip your corn and you see the beautiful char. All that is nice flavor. You've never had roasted corn before. You've done yourself a disservice thus far. So get to it. If you've never had roasted corn, go out and do it right now. Like right now. Now. So it's been about maybe 3 to 4 minutes, I think. I'm very bad at time. So it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm gonna let these go for another 3 to 4 minutes on this side. I'm letting this basket heat up. And this is where I'm gonna cook the shrimp because of course the shrimp are small. I wanna get that grill, I wanna get that smoke, but I don't want them falling into the coals. So I'm gonna use this as my pan or my grill to cook the shrimp right over the coals. I'm gonna let that warm up, and while this gets hot, it's gonna speed up the process even more for cooking our shrimp and getting down to it, the nitty gritty, which is eating our yummy dinner. Right? So let's take a pause. Let's go find a beer or something. Guess what I found? Beer. Great companion while you're waiting for things to happen on the grill. All right. I'm getting impatient. So guess what? Shrimp is going on the barbie. But one try to get away. There's always one. So I'm just gonna mind these. Shrimp cook very quickly. Let them go for a few minutes, then give them a toss. You know, so everything gets cooked. Everything gets a little bit of grill love. Our corn is going, our shrimp is going. What more can we ask? What's going on? These are looking really good. It's been about maybe 10 minutes or so. We got some good char on these, and I'm gonna say this is done. I gave them a few stirs, so everything got evenly cooked. Looking good. So remember this zone that I set up here that has no heat? These are gonna chill out over here, off the fire, so they don't overcook. You know, overcooked shrimp, it's pretty terrible. It gets like rubbery. It's not fantastic. It's not cool. So, also my corn, if you can see, got some char on pretty much all sides, which is what I want. So I can get these off. Hot. Working on my chef mitt hands, my oven mitt hands. So I gotta touch things like hot corn. Practice. So we're gonna get my corn, my yellow corn tortillas. I'm gonna get them warmed up, and this just takes a couple minutes. So I'm just gonna fan them out over the grill, and really a minute or so is good. And I don't care if they overlap a little bit. I just want them to warm up a little bit, warm through. Get a little bit of smoke, get a little bit of heat, get them pliable a little bit. Do your thing. So just about a minute for those. I'll flip them, and then you have a nice warm, thorough tortilla. Shrimp is over here, corn is over there chilling, and we about to be ready to eat. Okie dokie. Our tortillas are looking fantastic. They got some nice little char on it. They're all warmed through and bubbly. So I'm gonna get these onto a plate. I'm just gonna cover this up with foil. I don't have one of those fancy tortilla warmers yet, so I'm just gonna cover these up with foil. Keeps them moist, keeps them warm. You know what I mean? And here's our shrimp. Give it another little pass over the heat because it was off to here for a while. Put some, get fire on these bitches. Get a little fire on them. I didn't call them fire roasted shrimp. Let's have a little beer. Nothing like a hot grill and some cold beer. So I'm ready to move this party back inside so we can finish this up and get some food on the table. Now we're gonna get to our elotes, which is the next thing we gotta do. Our street corn. So this is our chipotle mayonnaise that we made earlier. A little bit of mayo, a little bit of chipotle, which is the chipotle sauce, which is adobo sauce, and the smoked jalapeno, which is known as a chipotle. So I'm just gonna take our chipotle mayonnaise and give a generous slather. You like that word? Slather. Give a generous slather to our corn. All right, last one. Ooh, this thing smells good. That warm corn and this little mayo slather. So we're gonna save the rest of this so we can use it as another sauce. Smear it on the tortilla maybe as a base for the rest of the stuff. Let me wash this one. Real quick. Okay, so we got queso fresco, which is fresh cheese. Speak a little Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Queso fresco is fresh cheese. The official cheese of elotes is usually cotija cheese. This is more like a feta, and the cotija cheese is more drier, more like a maybe a Parmesan, but just a little bit moister. You know what I'm saying? So we just grab some of this and sprinkle. And you can do this by hand too. I'm fronting because I want to stay relatively clean. Using my utensil. You can do this by hand. It crumbles a little bit better. Get smaller pieces. And this is, this cheese has a higher moisture content than the real cotija cheese. So the stickiness is not 100% there. But it'll be around and you can just pick it up and keep some on your plate, whatever. So we got a good, generous coating of cheese here. I think that's good. So don't those look good? Last thing. Hey, I got this today. One of my friends told me about this Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning blend. Now, it's similar, pretty much a ripoff of Tajín seasoning. This is chili and lime seasoning. This is official Mexican. The ladies on the side of the road with the corn, or the ladies on the side of the road with the mangoes. This is what they have, and it's really good. It's really good. However, I'm not gonna say that this is better. It's just different. It has a little bit of salt in it, and it has a little bit more lime flavor than the Tajín, and it's just a little bit more zesty. I was actually doing this all day. It has a nice little kick to it. Not too peppery, but the lime comes through. So here's what you're gonna do. Just sprinkle with a little bit of this chili lime, right? And we're not afraid of a little bit of spice. This is just chili powder. So this is just straight chili powder. So we're just gonna top it off with a little bit of chili powder. This is a little bit more traditional. And not to burn anybody's face off, but just a little bit of heat. And I'm not gonna bother flipping these or nothing like that. That's a perfect amount of seasoning for our elotes. So our elotes are done. So I think we are ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna drain the pickling liquid off of these just so that you can just grab some onions with the tongs or grab some jalapenos and they're thoroughly pickled. So these are a lot more fun with a little pickling to it. It lessens the bite, lessens the heat of the pepper, and it lessens the bite of the onion, right? So there's gonna be some queso fresco here in case anybody wants to on top of their taco. We've got shredded cabbage and carrot. We've got some just torn cilantro. Nice garnish, nice flavor. If you can't eat cilantro because you have that genetic thing that makes it taste like soap, my heart goes out to you because this is good stuff. You can't do that. I can't, but I'm sorry. I don't mean to, like, you know. I love cilantro. I really wish y'all could eat it. Anyway, got some cilantro, some limes, a little bit of citric, a little bit of acid, pump your flavor up a bit. You know what I'm saying? So we're ready to eat now. I'm gonna make myself one. Make sure it's authentic. Y'all can take it out the fine china. There's too many of us in this house. We ain't got no time to be washing all these dishes, so paper plate to do it. One of my nice toasted tortillas. I'm gonna use this as a little base. A little smear of chipotle mayo. I won't be greedy. This is a taste test. So I'm gonna grab 2 shrimp. A little jalapeno. A little onion. A little bit of this slaw. A little cilantro. Yeah, buddy. And I'm just gonna give it a squirt for good measure. And there it is, shrimp taco. Cheers. Thanks for watching the Cookland channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you know, you're somebody who likes to cook, somebody who likes to watch and cook and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. Now let's see how this tastes. I gotta get all the way in here because I know I lost that shrimp. Just what I wanted. Everything is playing together very nicely. The pickling, a little bit of spice, a little bit of the cilantro, some crunch from our slaw, the smokiness of the shrimp that was on the grill. Great corn tortilla. I'm not a big flour tortilla person. I like the corn. It's a little bit more authentic for me. I like the texture and everything. And this is just what I wanted. I'll get into the elotes later. I don't know if you know anything about corn, but pretty much anything they make with corn tastes good. I don't know anything that's made from corn or a corn derivative that's not delicious. So take my word for it that these are good. I'm not gonna eat it right now. So see you next time on the Cookland channel, and don't forget to do everything I told you before. And I'm gonna finish eating this taco, and I guess I'll call the rest of them to dinner because if I don't, I'm just gonna eat the whole thing. All right, see ya.